physically, mentally, in the game. Gotta do whatever it takes to succeed. Gotta grind out here. Ain't nothing easy. We out here grinding every day, every minute, every second. Grind time. $195, little lightweight. See out here grinding. I do whatever it takes out here. Mentally, physically, spiritually. Thanks to the Almighty, good God up above. Give me the willpower. Stay mentally and physically safe. Out here grinding on Saturdays. June 30th. Work every day, you gotta act like you're playing ball. I live that lifestyle to where I'm an athlete. I'm not physical, I don't have a ball. I'm competitive. When I go to work, I want to be on time. I want to be the first one there. That's like being the first one in the gym. If I got a project to do, I'm trying to do it the best. I'm trying to compete against my coworkers. Because I'm out here grinding. I want to be the first one. I want to be the last one to clock out at in the evening time. Got to stay late at night. Then when I get home, I'm studying, trying to get better at my craft on the job. Grind time, real time. My boy ET. Clarify this.
Hey, all of you want to be successful. All right, I just want to share 3 quick principles with you guys tonight, because I think a lot of times it's difficult to actually accomplish a goal when you're not accustomed to seeing people do it. All right, and this is challenging, especially in the African American community, because we don't have like 3 or 4 generations of models. All right, and this is what I mean. When I say a role model, I mean somebody who, you know, you can look to and say they were successful in this particular area. All right. And so I just want to show you, because again, success means, that we talked about this before, success means something different for everybody. Some people it's a car, some people it's a house, some people it's a relationship, some people it's money. But the one thing for sure is this, that we all want to be successful, all right? But listen to me when I say this, because this is critical. It's hard to become successful when you don't have a model, all right? Man, you guys know we work in 205, we got the big little, mirror or the big window in the office. And you gotta sit in there sometimes, because you can learn a lot just being in the office. So, on a regular basis, we might see a kid drive up in a new Mercedes, the 500 series. All right, and 90% of the time that they drive up in a Porsche truck, a Beamer, when they jump out, 90% of the time they're from what ethnic background? International, Asian students. All right, listen to me. I'm talking about they 18, 19 years old, jumping out of a 500 series Mercedes Benz. And what's crazy is this one guy who every single day, I don't know where his class is, but he parks either illegally or he parked just in the middle of the road. Right? That's huge. Because what he's saying is, I don't care if it costs $25, I don't care if you tow it, I got the money. So I'm about to go turn in my paper, and I don't care if they take this every single day. The Porsche, they driving Audis, and they pulling up in the Audi. I'm looking at the Audi like, wow, this is a car for somebody who's graduated and who's already reached success. So when you're getting out of Audi and you parking it illegal, you off the handicap. Like that's $100 and some ticket, and they gonna tow your ride. So you got a lot of money when you don't care, right? And so if you from the African American community or other communities, if you got a car, you geeked up because you got a car. I don't care what kind of car it is. You got a Ford Focus, you big on campus. right? You got the spoiler kit on the Focus. You got a nice, you took the original, sound system out, and you didn't put your own sound system in. You got the subs in the back. You doing it. Everybody like, my man got a ride. We can go to the movies. We can get off campus. The Ford Focus, souped up. We geek. My man and let me tell you something. There are a lot of people who go to work every single day who cannot afford a Mercedes-Benz. There are people with good jobs who cannot afford a 500 series, right? So the first thing I want to say is this. We got to keep it real. For most of us, it's going to be challenging for us to be successful because we're not used to seeing it. And so I'm not saying we can't do it, but I'm saying you got to be real about the fact that you've not seen success, and because you have not seen success, you will have to work a little harder than the average person. All right, we were at Ferris State University last night. We drove back. The weather was terrible when we first started driving. The weather was terrible. I couldn't hardly see. So by the time I drop everybody off and I get to the crib, I get home about 1 o'clock in the morning. I go to bed about 1:10, 1:15, and I got up this morning at 5 o'clock. Right? Now I'm just like everybody else. I want to sleep. But I realized I'm working on my website. I got my first chapter of my book out. I had to do some things to it today so I can get it out. That's the only thing on my mind. Like, I got to get this book out. I got to get this book online because I got to have folks just, cashing out like it's an iTunes. I'm selling chapters. Eric, I'm about to take it to the next level. I ain't even doing the whole book. I'm selling chapters. So if you can do it, because I'm watching, I'm learning. So iTunes, they not doing the whole album no more. They doing, you can buy a song for 99. So you're going to buy a chapter for 99. We about to get on the Facebook fan page, that sucker out. I know thousands of people from when I traveled over the years, they going to all go and buy the book. So I got to get up at 5. Why? Because my daddy can't cash me out. So if you're driving a Mercedes, either that's your father ride and he got paper, or either that's your ride and your daddy got paper. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So you ain't got to hustle like me. You might not have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning because your daddy got paper. You can get up just before it's time to go to class. What am I saying? I'm saying if you're not a second generation parent who got money, then you need to get up. Right? Flat out. You need to be able to get up and do what you need to do. So watch this. I just 3 things because that wasn't none of them, right? Let's go to the first one. All right. The first one is, I talk about it a little bit. You got to get up, you got to get out, and you got to do something. All right? Look, when you look at this, I want you to see that there's 3 different things that I'm talking about. The very first one is you got to get up. Right? You can listen to me. You only got in 2 days, it's 48 hours. Right? 72. I think they're going to show it somewhere up there in a minute. Can I get that? I want to get that real quick because I told them 3 things. Get up, get out, and do something. I don't care who you are. Let's keep it right there. Let's leave it right there. When we leave it right there, you got day 1, 24 hours. And one day, I don't care who you are, you only get 24 hours in a day. All right? Which means what? Let's go all the way through it. I want to show it to you. We're going to come back and work our way back. 1 month, 720 hours. 1 year, 8,640 hours. Let's go to the next one. I got to catch this one. All right. 4 years, you got 34,560 hours. Now, you better catch this because I'm not talking about days no more. Right? And for most of us, we will never be successful because we go by days instead of going by what? You got to catch what I'm saying, right? You got to stop looking at days, weeks, months, years. Now notice when I put 4 years because that's when you're supposed to graduate. 6 years. Now watch the time. You only have 34,560 hours. All right, give me a second because I'm getting excited right quick. Right? Because I realized something. When I started studying successful people, what I realized successful people do is that they don't go with the days, they go with the hours. And if you only have 24 hours in a day and you sleep in 8 of those hours, then you only have what left? Listen to me, you only operate with 16 hours to be successful. Now, let's leave sleep alone. You slept for 8 hours, you got 16 hours left. How many of y'all talk on the phone? Right? You have talked away your success. So some of you, if you look at your day, you probably spend an hour or 2 hours on the telephone. And this is what's crazy about the telephone. It's not a redeemable value. So when you talk to your homegirl on the phone and you gossiping with your girl, I'm not talking about the phone conversation. I'm not tripping about that. What I'm tripping about is you eating away at your hours. Right. So you only have so many hours in a day to be successful. 8 of them just went to sleep. Another 2 of them went to what? Talking on the telephone. Listen to me, that's 10 out of 24. You only got 14 left to be successful. And out of that 14, some of it you use in the cab. You was in the cab for about an hour chilling. 2. Right, 2. I got 2. You in there 2. Right? Listen to what I'm saying. You have less than 8 hours some of you to get what you need to get done. And I'm not tripping. You can use your time like you want to. But if you're only putting in 8 hours a day and you think you're going to be successful when you get out of here, you got another thing coming. People who are, let me say something, I want to say something real quick about success. Success, whether you know it or not, is very intentional and deliberate. There has never ever been a person who blew up and was successful and it happened by chance. Not a rapper. The rappers, they spend time writing and they're in the studios. Right? We're the only ones thinking we're going to blow up and we're not putting in no hours. So watch this. This one is the deepest one too. Like, this blew my mind. Now, according to, and I don't know, where you guys are, but according to the Bible says that the most that's promised to man is 70 years. Right? And watch this. 70 years look like a long time. But when you look at it as, you only got 604,400 hours. That's short. And for most of y'all, if you would start, this is what I want you to do when you get home. If you start subtracting video games, TV, just chilling, if you subtract that, you probably down to about 300 and something thousand hours when you finish playing. And so it's not a lot of time. This is the thing I love about hours. When you look at Michael Jackson died at 50 years old. But when Mike died at 50, he probably accomplished more than most people accomplish. Why? Because of the hours Joe Jackson had my man putting in. They was putting in hours. Michael Jackson didn't become Michael Jackson because he just knew how to moonwalk. Michael Jackson became Michael Jackson because Joe Jackson at 5, like, get your butt up. At 5 years old, get up. I want y'all dancing. I want y'all 4 hours, 5 hours. All right, go take a break. Come back, dance. There are those of you who think you're going to be successful. You know, you're in these different majors, and you're not even competing amongst yourselves real good. So how you going to compete against Asians? You're not even competing against each other well. How you gonna compete against Asian? You say, why you saying Asian? I'm saying that Asian because many of us feel like Asians are just smart. Like they was born with some like different kind of brain. Yes, sir. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. If you ever go on Google for anything other than looking at these celebrities and what's going on, listen to me. Why are you looking at what's going on in somebody else's life who's blowing up? Like why you spend time worried about what Beyonce doing with Jay-Z? That don't have nothing to do with you. You're not gonna blow up worrying about Beyonce, right? Watch this. Watch this real quick. Watch this. Watch this. All right. So you got this guy. This Reggie Bush, right? I want to show y'all something. I don't know how many ladies into sport, but I want to show you real time, real quick. Watch this. Reggie Bush. Show me the stats, real quick. Show me the stats. I'm gonna let y'all get out here. All right. That was in the college to pro. Watch this. Reggie Bush in his sophomore year in college, he had 200 attempts. He ran for 1,740 yards. He averaged 8.7, almost 9 yards a carry. Every time he got the ball, he almost got a first down in college. Real time, people, real time. This college, my man put up 1,740 yards. He's been in the NFL for 4 years. He got 1,940. Y'all might have missed it. I'm going to show you that again. Because my football guys, you still looking at the stats. You missed it. In college, in 1 year, this boy ran for 1,740 yards. He got a first down every time he touched it. In his freshman year, his longest run was 81 yards. His second year, his longest was 76 yards. In 2006, in the NFL, he put up the longest 18 yards. You mean to tell me you switched it? That when you were a freshman in college, you put up 81 yards when you touched the rock, and then when you came to the pros, you could only put up, there are more games in the pros than it is in college. You have more opportunities to get 81 yards, and you got 18. Why? Because you in real time now. You ain't playing with no boys no more. You can run up and down the field on boys. Now you going up against Ray Lewis.
DeMarcus Ware.
DeMarcus Ware. I want to show you something real quick. That boy run like a 4.3 or 4.4, right? Hips, just boom. The average speed in college is a 4.8. When he came to the pros with his 4.3, 4.4, Ray Lewis running 4.5. DeMarcus Ware, he went 4.5. So you running the 4.3, 4.4, and you got hot diesel cats who can run just as quick as you can, just as fast as you can. And guess what? When he used to be in college, he just and when he came to the pros, he trying to go outside. Ray Lewis like, come on over here. Come on over. We know where you're going. I'll get there before you get there. Bye. Reggie Bush went from being a starter in the pros to punt returner. He had the shot on the punt return. He had to do the wishbone. He with somebody else now. Or he got to go out and catch a pass and go. Because they all like, look, we eat here. This is how we eat. This is how we live our lifestyle. This ain't college no more, baby. You're not running up against, come on, let's keep it real. If you in college, you play maybe, this is your team, you play UCLA, you might get Florida State, then you got busters. You play a high school team, and you running up and down. You come to the pros, you play the Cowboys twice a year. You better hear what I'm telling you. You seeing Ray Lewis on a regular basis. So when you get out of college, you think you're going fast now, you can't handle getting up at 8. When you get in the real world, you're going real time. You couldn't get up at 8 o'clock. They about to eat you up when you get out there.
That's right.
They about to eat you up when you get out there because everybody that got that fresh ride, you competing against him and he ain't trying to have it. You coming in as some little freshman, you done graduated, you got a little 3.8, you geeked up, you coming into the real world, and my man, like I've been working here for 20 years, you ain't about to take my trip to Disney World with my family. Real time.
Real time.
No, I fly first class. Ain't no little rookie about to come in here and take my spot. It's real time now. And there's some competition going on. And so if you can't have it on this level, you can't get up at 8, but you about to go up there and compete with Fortune 500, you done lost your mind. But I saw Candace McCaskill when she was here. She's competing with the best. Not just people in her race. She's competing with everybody. I saw her start an organization from scratch. I started going to Europe. I started doing her thing. Academically, 3.8, 4.0 one semester. I saw her doing her thing, right? And because she could do it here, and she was well above all her peers. She went way past her peers. Then I found out she went to GE. They hired her at GE in Dallas. Watch this. I found out she was in Houston. I found out within the first 2 weeks, not the CEO, the CFO.
Chief Financial.
Yeah, that's a different thing right there.
Yes,
thank you so much. We ain't talking about the CFO. We ain't talking about the CEO. We talking about the CFO. Can you tell them again?
Chief Financial.
The chief financial in 2 weeks came and said, I heard your name is Candace McCaskill. I want to take you out to dinner. I need to meet you. You've been there 2 weeks and my man want to meet you. Who are you?
Right.
But he saw something in Candace. He saw when she got there the first week, she had been helping people who had been there 10 years. And when she was coming to work, she didn't know he was watching her, but he was like, whoa, she run pretty quick. She getting almost 10 yards a carry. We need to meet you and we need to take you to another level. Listen to me, y'all. Y'all playing with it right now. If you want to be successful, you got to operate in real time. And real, if you can't walk with the footmen, how you gonna run with the horsemen? You can't keep up with people who walk it, and you gonna get out there and go with people. So I'm telling you, if you lazy, you got 4 to 6 years to get it right here. Because once you get out there, there's no room for error. No room for error when you get out there. You got babies counting on you. When you get out there, you got folks counting on you. If you don't wake up at 8 o'clock, somebody's gonna be hurt because they counting on you. Let's go. Somebody called me the other day with a gig, right? They was like, Eric, can you come to New York? I said, when is it? I don't remember who was in the room. I think Breland was in the room. And she was talking to Brittany. And the guy said, can you come to New York for a week and speak? I said, when? He said, the first week of May. I said, I can't do it. Somebody tell me why I couldn't do it.
First week of what?
First week of May.
Finals week.
Finals week. For who?
For us.
Oh. He said finals week. I said, I ain't taking no finals. I'm wearing PhD. I'm turning in papers. He said finals week. I love it. So city, don't say nothing else because you upper class. Don't say nothing else. Somebody else help me out. So why? I ain't taking finals, so why can't I leave finals week? For the who? What about the freshmen? Yeah, I got to help. So my man called me to come to New York. I'm like, I can't do it. Now, if you do it the week after, they graduate, they go, and I'm good. But the week of finals, I can't leave the week of finals. Now I can get off, my boss ain't tripping. I can get off, I can take that time, but I realize I'm in real time. So somebody might be struggling that week, and I need to be there to encourage them that week.
Yes,
that don't got nothing to do with me.
Yes, sir.
I'm not taking finals. But because you're taking finals, and you're why I'm here. I'm here because of you. That's why I come to work every day. If you weren't here, I'd quit this job. I make more money speaking than I do coming to work every doggone day. I would make what I make in a month going and doing one gig. But I get up every day because of you. Why? Because when I was a high school dropout, somebody helped me. Somebody told me, you know what, you're a high school dropout right now, but one day, boy, you can get your GED and go to college. You're going to be somebody. And when I got my GED and he wrote that letter for me to get in college, he said, I only need one thing from you. And I said, what? He said, all I need you to do is do for others what I did for you. So every single day I get up to pay that man.
Hey, hope you got that. I'm talking about you gotta compete. You gotta be the best at what you do. Every day, grind. Try to be the first one to finish. Try to be the best. That's effort every day. That's another dry time. Peace out on Walk the Wash.